It was very dark, except for one light that was pointing straight at her.
Oh, I'm in the spotlight!
Exclaimed Olive. She was on stage in a huge theatre. She was wearing a frilly collar and very, very pointy shoes. She could hear someone crying and headed off to investigate. Backstage was dark. She couldn't see anyone anywhere. She noticed the sobbing was coming from under a large fairy cushion in the corner. Olive tried to lift up the cushion, but the cushion moved and cried, "Ouch!" The cushion stood up, and Olive saw that it had arms and legs. It wasn't a cushion at all. It was actually a big brown bear.
Oh, sorry,
said Olive.
Don't worry. Happens all the time. I'm Sir Derek Jackabear.
I'm Olive. Pleased to meet you. But why are you crying?
It's the opening night of the play. The actress I'm performing with hasn't arrived. I'm scared I'll forget my lines.
Oh, dear. Well, I could be the actress. But I don't know the lines either.
This is a disaster. What are we going to do, lovey?
Olive saw that there was a big book sitting on a table next to a bottle of glue.
Is that the play we're performing in?
That's the one. 11th Night by William Shakespeare.
And what do you use the glue for?
I use it to stick this false beard on for the play.
A script. Some glue? I think I may have an idea.
With Sir Derek's help, Olive tore out all the pages from the script and stuck them everywhere. On the curtains, on the props, even on the stage itself.
Oh, I see. Now we don't have to remember our lines. We can just read them. Bravo, lovey.
As Derek stuck on his false beard, Olive put on the final piece of hair costume, a huge feathery hat. Derek gave her one last piece of advice.
Break a leg, lovey.
Olive looked confused.
It's what we say in the theatre. It means good luck.
And with that, the curtain went up and the play began. Olive and Derek moved around the stage, reading the lines and acting out the play. Everything was going brilliantly until one of the big feathers on Olive's hat fell in front of her eyes. She couldn't see where she was going. One of her long shoes caught on a page that she had glued to the stage. Olive fell off the stage and into the audience. But the audience caught Olive and lifted her up high above their heads. She crowd surfed all the way around the theatre before eventually landing back on the stage. And with that, the play was over. The audience went wild, clapping and cheering.
This play is a huge success,
boomed Sir Derek.
I have my beautiful leading lady to thank for that.
He leaned over and gave Olive a kiss on her beak.
Mwah.
Oh, I say. I didn't break a leg, but I've got a few bruises from falling off the stage.
They both laughed, and as they did, Olive realised it was time to go.
Typical Olive, daydreaming again,
said her mum.
Actually, I've been performing in a spectacular play.
Your head's been in the sand too long, dear,
said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure.
Olive the Ostrich!
Olive found herself in a jungle clearing. There were huge lizard-like creatures everywhere.
Cake, look at all these dinosaurs.
There were even some flying in the sky like birds. Olive sat down to watch as one swooped down to feed its babies who were calling out from a rocky ledge. Just then, she felt something move underneath her.
Oh, what was that?
Olive jumped up and saw that she'd been sitting on top of a huge nest of eggs. Then, crack! One by one, the eggs hatched, and out popped 3 baby dinosaurs.
Oh, hello,
said Olive.
Yes, you need your mummy. Well, I'm sure she'll be back soon. It's nice to meet you. What? No, I'm not your mummy.
But the babies began to follow Olive's every move.
Oh, leave me alone.
No matter how fast she ran, she couldn't shake them off.
Look, over there.
Olive quickly ducked inside an old hollow tree trunk. She kept very quiet as the little dinosaurs hunted around for her. But then
Achoo!
the tree trunk made the sound of Olive's sneeze even louder.
Oh dear, I think we need to find your real mummy. Babies who need their mother, an old hollow tree trunk. I think I may have an idea.
She remembered how the little flying dinosaurs had called to their mummy with loud cries.
If we make you louder, maybe your mum will hear you.
Olive encouraged the baby dinosaurs into the hollow trunk. As they climbed in, their cries became so loud that they echoed out into the jungle.
Mama, mama, mama. She'll definitely hear that.
Whoa!
Oh, but that can't be your mum. Run for it!
Olive and the babies turned and ran as fast as they could as a huge dinosaur with big teeth came running out of the trees towards them. It was a Tyrannosaurus Rex. They reached a big puddle. Olive tried to swing over it on a vine, but the vine snapped and she fell.
Kick!
The T-Rex stopped in front of them, then burst out laughing.
Oh, you do look silly in that puddle. My name's Diana, Dinosaur.
Hello, Diana. I'm Olive. Why were you chasing me?
I'm looking for my eggs. I left them in a nest over there, but they've gone. Have you seen them?
Your eggs? Well, they've hatched.
Oh, my darlings, come to Mummy.
Oh, they still think I'm their mum. I don't know why. I don't look anything like them.
I think I have an idea. Why don't we all have a nice drink of water?
Diana winked at Olive.
Okay.
When the babies saw Olive and Diana drinking from the puddle, they did the same, and a funny thing happened. They all saw their reflections in the water. The babies looked at Olive, then at Diana, then down at themselves, and realised that Diana was their real mum after all.
Phew. Well done, Diana. You're even better at hatching plans than I am.
They all laughed, and as they did, Olive realised it was time to go.
Typical Olive, daydreaming again.
Said her mum.
Gek, actually, I've hatched some baby dinosaurs.
Your head's been in the sand too long, dear.
Said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure. Olive was standing in a park surrounded by small, leafy bushes.
Hello there.
Said a sad voice. Olive turned and saw a gorilla.
Oh, hello, I'm Olive.
She replied.
I'm Keith. Would you be my friend, please? No one likes me round here.
Yes, of course I will, Keith. You seem very nice to me.
Olive took a step forwards and accidentally trod on something.
Oh, what was that?
She'd stepped on a tiny yellow car. It was squashed flat.
Oops.
I'm always doing that.
Olive spied a tiny little man running up to the car.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? You just stepped on my cab, lady.
I'm very sorry. I didn't see it down there.
It was then Olive noticed that the leafy bushes were actually tiny trees in a park.
Tiny trees, cars, and people. Wait a second, I'm a giant ostrich.
And I'm a giant gorilla.
There were tall skyscrapers surrounding the park. Olive was nearly as tall as some of them herself. Then Olive heard shouting. She looked down and saw a crowd of tiny little people angrily shouting up at Olive and Keith and waving their fists. They started throwing things at Olive's legs.
Ouch! Ow! Careful!
They don't like us because we keep stepping on things.
Maybe we should go somewhere else, Keith.
Keith and Olive walked out of the park and down a wide avenue.
Geg, it's really hard not to step on things. Sorry! Oh dear, sorry!
I know, it's a nightmare. Sorry.
Tiny people were running around and yelling at Olive and Keith. Sirens were going off. It was chaos!
I just want to go somewhere quiet where I don't step on anything or bother anyone.
Olive spied an especially tall skyscraper with a pointy top.
A super tall skyscraper, lots of annoyed tiny people. I think I may have an idea. Keith, why don't we get out of everyone's way by climbing up that skyscraper?
Oh, that's the Empire State Building. Great idea.
So Olive and Keith climbed up the Empire State Building. Since they were both giants, it didn't take very long to reach the top.
Nearly there.
But there were still people shouting at them from nearby windows.
Oh, I wish they knew I was friendly.
Olive saw a helicopter swoop in and circle round them. But something was wrong with the helicopter. The rotor blade stopped turning and it started to fall.
Quick, Keith, catch it!
Keith held out his hand and caught the helicopter.
Got it.
A woman jumped out and stood on Keith's hand, followed by a man with a tiny TV camera.
Woo, that was close. Katie Waters, NYC News, reporting live. And we've just been saved by the giant gorilla.
All the people looking out of the office windows cheered.
Thanks for saving us. What are your names?
I'm Keith Kong.
I'm Olive. Pleased to meet you.
Can I just say I love New York? Sorry for squashing things before.
Well, you two are certainly a couple of huge New York City heroes.
As a thank you, Keith was given his own special area in the park, as long as he promised to, try and stop squashing things.
Thanks for your help, Olive. Would you like to stay for a bit and I'll show you some more of New York City?
Maybe next time. But today I certainly had a huge amount of fun with you, Keith.
They both laughed, and as they did, Olive realised it was time to go.
Typical Olive, daydreaming again.
Said her mum.
Heck, actually, I had a big adventure in New York City.
Your head's been in the sand too long, dear.
Said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure. Olive found herself outside a building with tall stone walls.
Oh.
In the distance was a flat-topped mountain. Olive was wearing a tunic and a strange feathery helmet. Suddenly, a helmet flew past Olive's head and landed in a pile of equipment.
Looks like someone's having a bit of a clear-out.
Hail, fellow Roman.
Said a man wearing similar clothes to Olive.
Oh, me?
Yes, you. Welcome to Fort Pompey. I am Caesar Saladius, the great Roman commander.
I see. But why are you throwing all these things out?
Well, we Romans are so good at fighting that no one wants to fight us anymore. Plus, Mummy is making me empty the fort so she can build a new swimming baths instead.
Saladius pointed to the large pile of swords, helmets and shields. There was also a huge catapult that fired rocks.
Can you help me, please, Olive? There's still loads to remove.
Okay, Saladius.
Olive began to help Saladius carry things out of the fort, but then a very stern-looking lady appeared. Saladius's bossy mother, Pusilla.
Saladius!
Yes, Mummy?
Have you still not finished clearing out this fort?
I'm just doing it now, Mummy.
Well, get on with it, please.
Olive and Caesar got back to work.
Your mummy's quite demanding, Saladius.
Oh, tell me about it.
Suddenly, Olive heard a loud rumbling noise.
Oh, is that your tummy rumbling?
Not me.
Olive saw that there was smoke coming out of the flat-top mountain in the distance.
Why is that mountain smoking?
Oh no, that's Mount Etna. It's a volcano. That smoke means it's about to erupt.
Cake! I'm glad it's a long way off then.
Suddenly, the volcano erupted, spewing out ash, and red-hot lava started to flow towards them. Pusilla came rushing outside.
Oh, you have to do something, Saladius. The lava and ash will cover the whole of our fort and the town of Pompeii too.
I don't know what to do, Mummy. Olive, help us, please.
Olive looked around and spied the giant catapult.
An erupting volcano? A catapult? I think I may have an idea.
Olive also spotted one of the large rocks that had been dug out ready for Pusilla's new swimming baths.
Saladius, could you please help me lift that big rock into the catapult?
Okay.
If we aim very carefully, then this rock will plug the top of the volcano and stop it erupting.
That might just work.
Olive fired the catapult. It looked like she was right on target. But the rock flew straight over the top of the volcano.
Oh!
And then bounced back off a tree.
Hooray! It's back on course.
Olive, you did it.
yes, you've plugged the volcano and stopped the lava and ash. Pompeii is saved.
Happy to help.
You know, Salarius, I'm in such a good mood, I've decided to let you keep a little fort here, just in case of emergencies.
Oh, thank you, Mummy. And thanks to you too, Olive. Want to help me move my stuff back into the fort?
Well, all that excitement's really tired me out. But I've had a lovely time here in Pompeii.
They all laughed, and as they did, Olive realised it was time to go.
Typical Olive, daydreaming again.
Said her mum.
Geg, actually, I helped stop a volcano from erupting.
Your head's been in the sand too long, dear.
Said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure. Olive was in a small, dimly lit room. In front of her were lots of buttons and levers and colourful flashing lights.
Where am I?
Some lights shone out over a beautiful underwater world outside the window.
But Geg, what a view!
There were hundreds and hundreds of fish swimming around in front of an enormous blue canyon.
Oh, I'm in a submarine deep in the ocean. I can't wait to explore.
Olive pushed a big red lever marked forward and the submarine dived deep down into the canyon. Olive spotted the opening to a cave.
Interesting.
Said Olive as she drove her submarine right into the cave.
It's even darker in here than it was before.
Olive drove through a big patch of seaweed.
Oh no, now I can't see where I'm going.
The seaweed suddenly came to life and picked up the submarine.
Ow.
Then in the headlights loomed the big green face of an octopus.
Hello.
Bubbled the octopus.
Geg, who are you?
My name's Jonah. I've been trapped inside this whale for days. It's so good to finally meet someone new.
My name's Olive. But what do you mean trapped inside the whale? I just drove into a cave.
Oh no, that was a huge whale's mouth you drove into, Olive. And now he's closed it shut. There's no escape.
But Geg, that doesn't sound good. We need to make the whale open his mouth again. Maybe I could turn my engines all the way up and then the bubbles will make the whale cough. Then we can escape when he opens his mouth.
Olive turned the submarine's engines onto full power and the water started to bubble up.
Oh, that didn't work.
But then the bubbles Olive had made tickled Jonah on the tummy.
Oh, those bubbles tickle.
An octopus with 8 legs. Tickling? I think I may have an idea. Jonah, if you use all your legs, you can tickle the inside of the whale's stomach and make him laugh. Then we can escape through his mouth.
Oh, I think that might just work.
He stretched out his 8 long arms and began to tickle the whale's tummy.
Tickle harder! Tickle harder!
Cried Olive. Jonah tickled as fast as he could. A wall of bubbles started rushing down the tunnel towards Olive and Jonah.
Watch out!
Geg, what's happening?
I think we might be going out of the top.
The top?
Olive and Jonah were fired out of the whale's blowhole, up high in the sky. Then they started to fall back towards the water.
Wow!
Jonah clung to Olive's submarine with his 8 tentacles as they fell. His body inflated like a parachute, drifting them both gently down to the surface of the water.
Well, that was a lovely, gentle landing.
Oh, thanks so much, Olive. I'm free at last.
That's okay. I think we've all had a whale of a time.
They both laughed, and as they did, Olive realised it was time to go.
Typical Olive, daydreaming again.
Said her mum.
Okay, actually, I've been helping an octopus escape a whale.
Your head's been in the sand too long, dear.
Said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure. Olive found herself on a small boat in the middle of a large lake. All around her were purple hills covered with heather. Behind the wheel of the boat stood a man. He was peering into the water.
Hello there. I'm Olive. Are you looking for something?
Hey, Olive. Chuck McNichol. Yes, I sure am looking for something. Nessie.
What's Nessie?
The Loch Ness Monster. I've been sailing up and down Loch Ness all week, but it sure is hard to find Nessie.
Olive suddenly heard a low, rumbling, groaning sound.
Heck, what's that noise?
Oh, I need something to try and attract Nessie, you see, so I'm playing her whale sounds through these waterproof speakers.
Oh, so what have you seen so far?
2 fish, a turtle, and a medium-sized crab.
Oh, well, I could help you look for Nessie if you'd like.
Oh, thanks, but I've had enough searching for now, so I'm going back to my hotel to take a nap.
Oh, is that more whale songs?
No, that's Bobby McDonald. He owns the bagpipe shop. Hello there. Any luck finding Nessie? Afraid not, Bobby.
Your dog seems to like those bagpipes.
Aye, he loves them. In fact, all my pets love the sound of the pipes.
Olive liked the sound of the pipes too.
A Loch Ness monster that won't show its face. A musical instrument that animals love. I think I may have an idea. Chuck, no time to waste. We need to go back out onto the log, please.
Oh, all right, Olive.
And Bobby, can you come with us? And bring your bagpipes, please.
Of course.
OK, Bobby. Play your pipes into this microphone. Then the sound will play out through the underwater speakers.
The sound of Bobby's bagpipes echoed out across Loch Ness and down into the water. Bobby played and played and played, but still there was no sign of Nessie.
Oh, I can't play any longer. I need to lie down.
We can't give up now. I'm going to have a try.
Olive took the pipes from Bobby and began to play. It didn't sound very good.
Oh, this won't work. Olive, that sounds awful.
But as Olive played, she was silhouetted against the setting sun. It made her look a very strange shape. Then something large and mysterious rose out of the water. It was Nessie.
Nessie, I can't believe it. Yippee! Oh, it truly is her.
Hello there.
Hello, Nessie. Glad you dropped by.
I need my eyes testing. I saw your shape there and I thought it was another Nessie.
Oh, I hope you're not too disappointed.
Oh, no. I've always loved the sound of the pipes.
Hey, Nessie, do you mind if I take a few snaps?
Well, normally I don't do pictures, but go right then. Just this once.
Say cheese.
Cheese! Oh, what of you two?
So they took lots of photos of Nessie, Olive, and Chuck. Finally, it was time for Nessie to leave.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. I know. Hey, how about one last tune on the pipes, Olive?
I don't think so, Chuck. I think it's high time I pipe down.
Oh, yeah.
They all laughed, and as they did, Olive realised it was time to go.
Typical Olive, daydreaming again.
Said her mum.
Heck, actually, I helped find the Loch Ness monster.
Your head's been in the sand too long, dear.
Said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure.